I am back with Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, and we were talking about the investigations into the FBI and the DOJ. Do you think this goes all the way up to President Obama in terms of spreading false information about the Trump campaign during the election?
I think that was one of the big blockbuster stories at the end of the campaign when Trump won, was that high-ranking administration officials in President Obama's administration were spreading this information about. I think John Brennan was one of those. And the question is he spreading the truth about, or is he spreading falsehood about? Was he part of concocting a sort of a big story, creating a sting or creating a story about President Trump? So it could go up to President Obama. I think we'll never know. Do you think they're going to be truthful about a conversation between President Obama and John Brennan? I think they're both big partisans, and so who knows? But this is why I want the intelligence community to have more controls on it, because Republicans could do this, Democrats could do this. We need to separate the power, and we need to have more involvement with that power is overseen by the judicial branch, where they're required to get warrants before they do things.
Well, they can't get documents. I mean, the committees are trying to get documents to figure all this out. Let me switch gears and ask you about China. There's a conversation happening right now about China perhaps agreeing to cut $200 billion from the trade surplus, but what is America giving up on that? You tweeted about the ZTE situation with the president. Your thoughts on the president agreeing to $200 billion in cuts? And by the way, China is now denying that it's actually made that agreement.
I've never been a big believer that we should look at the balance of trade numbers or trade deficits, that they mean much. Nobody cares about the trade deficit between Michigan and Texas, so I'm not as concerned about those numbers. I've got a trade deficit with my grocery store. I give all my money to them. They never buy anything from me. And so it's just, I don't know that makes any sense. I think,
but national security does.
Yes,
that's
and I think they.
What about the theft of IP and the transfer of technology?
Absolutely, we need to enforce international norms, and I think we also need to be concerned that they have $1 trillion of our debt. And my concern with security is that we need to not be so dependent on foreign countries that hold so much of our debt.
How do you not be dependent on them?
Well, have less debt.
Yeah, there you go. So back to the balanced budget conversation.
Right. That's right.
Do you think we will see? What's the timing in terms of your bill, in terms of actually getting a balanced budget?
Well, what I point out in the bill is that it would take a lot of work over about a 5-year period, but you don't have to cut 1%. There isn't the stomach for it. Republicans are in the abstract for balanced budgets, but as you saw yesterday, the majority of the Republican senators are actually not really for a balanced budget. They're only for it in the abstract. So part of having the vote was to point out who really is for a balanced budget and who really just pretends.
Senator, it's good to have you on the program.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator Rand Paul.